the Jackson Masher. Parker Bohn, a big strike to start off this title match.
Now, a big strike.
Gotta pour the regular coffee into the coffee pot. You know, the mother-in-law's here this weekend, so I gotta make decaf for her. Hate decaf. I think I'll quit drinking it before I have decaf. Although I shouldn't say that. Maybe as I get older in life, I won't have a choice.
I cook in the house, he does the dishes.
Yeah, you missed that.
If he cooks, it might... Do you know how to make eggs?
Yeah, I know how to make eggs.
Just making sure. He'll make steak.
Look,
That's about it.
Let's be honest here. I eat out 40 plus weeks a year. The last thing I feel like doing is coming home to cook myself eggs.
No, but
a bowl of cereal is really fantastic.
You want to do my dishes though, right?
Oh, don't worry, I already took care of that this morning. Of course, you slept in.
We have 1 person on the waiting list for 9, 5 for 12:30, and I think 6 for 4. We're also going to special presentation today with Nolan Randisi, one of our Youth Open.
Oh, yeah.
One of our Youth Open champions. Chrissy's here from USBC, that other hat that she wears, and we'll present his Eagles to him before the 4 o'clock squad. 2 Eagles.
He doesn't know it's coming though.
Nolan doesn't, but his parents do.
That's okay. Mom and Dad are allowed to know.
I think what's been fun through the years is that knowing how impactful junior bowling was to me and how it shaped me into the person that I am. Through youth bowling, through MJMAs in Michigan, JTBOs in Ohio, bowling tournaments in Illinois, Wisconsin, on to college. Just wanted to give back to a sport that's given us so much. What does Dad do when it comes time to the tournament?
Sit back and put his name.
Here, let me tell you what Dad does. Just put my hands back and just...
Start the announcements late.
No, I did not start the announcements. I was on time every time.
Your on time is different than our on time.
We just needed to make sure that we shortened them.
But like...
I'm okay with shortening them.
It's like you're the big guy and we just escort you, like tell you when things are. We're like, all right, Parker.
What do you even know? You weren't here yesterday.
Take away from this. Time to start announcements, buddy. Like that's how that goes.
You were not even
And you're like,
here
no,
yesterday.
I have to finish my conversation.
No.
And I'm like, no, there's bowlers waiting.
Let me tell you something.
Tell me something.
So that you know, yesterday when the second squad started, I was right there at the microphone at 12:30. Prompt.
Is that true?
That is prompt.
I need a to-go cup and we need to go. All right, let's roll.
Well, I think anybody that comes into our event realizes that we care. You know, this is not just Parker being out on the lanes and Parker doing his thing. When Parker's bowling a tournament, Parker really cares. I mean, don't get me wrong, I want to go out there and I want to win and I want to beat everybody that I'm bowling against. But in an event like this, Parker's bowling cap is off, it's on a shelf. I'm putting a tournament director hat on for 3 days. And I want to make sure from my heart that all of the participants, these kids, young adults, can participate in an event exactly the way that I would want to be treated when I'm out there bowling.
It's not just another youth tournament that these kids can bowl. Every year we feel like we add another component. The kids want to win the bowling ball. They want to win the check because not every place does that. They get to really see how our entire family gives back to the sport of bowling, right? Because this is nothing that we have to do, right? Nobody says that we have to run a youth scholarship tournament. So people get to come up to us all weekend long and say thank you for running a great event. They applaud us, and it feels really good at the end of the weekend knowing the job that we were able to display and really the standard we were able to display for this event for the athletes and give them really a high-class event to put on.
I like to call Mom Super Mom, right? It's a mixture of everything. Not a lot of people know that my mom was a national championship winner on her 21st birthday for Wichita State. And when we won this past year, I finally was able to tell her that we have something in common. And I feel like that was a special moment, not only for me, but for her. She puts on tournaments, she does fundraisers, she has a job. She now works full-time at the training center, working 50, 60 hours a week. on top of all that, she's a mom. She is literally the super mom of all super moms, and I wouldn't have half the success I have right now if it wasn't for my mom.
So many people would say, oh yeah, she's the one that has to have the divided plate so that she can have all the right portion sizes for her kids. But I just felt like that was what my job was, to, be mom. And thankfully Parker, we were on the same page about that. Brandon is, he's so much like his dad. He really is. He is so helpful, so caring, do anything for me. To hear him say today, oh, this is my super mom. I don't see myself as a super mom. I think I do what I feel I'm supposed to do. And when I look at Brandon, I know he realizes it. He knows that, you can just hear it in his voice that he just knows it's just a little bit more special. He'll look around and he'll see other relationships or moms or parents or at events, and it's like, Mom, you just do a little bit more. Okay, I'm just being mom. Amazing baskets for the tournament. Can't wait for everyone to see all these incredible donations as we raise more money for the tournament. So exciting.
And yes, Randy, the wives are here. There's Leslie and Chrissy Kent, Parker and Doug's wives, and they are sisters.
Leslie and I we grew up bowling. Our brother, all three of us grew up bowling in Michigan. Our dad ran a bowling center. So it was what we knew. It was what we did. We were brought up very close, and we did a lot together as a family growing up. We supported each other. Our dad was very instrumental in that. Mom certainly was the same. They both worked. They both had their own businesses too. So we saw that. We saw the support of like dad helping mom, mom helping dad, our brother helping dad. We would help our mom out at the flower shop. So it was just something that we knew. It was ingrained in us that above all else, our family will always be there. I don't know that there's more than a handful of people that I'm always gonna be able to rely on, like my sister.
Yeah, she's the one that makes it all go around. She was the one that when Dad was winning titles on tour and bowling on tour full time, she was the one that stayed home and made us lunches every morning before we went to school, and made sure we had dinner on the table, and was giving lessons at home and brought us to our bowling tournaments on the weekends, and brought us to the bowling center to practice, and she did all of that. We grew up in the back of a motorhome, traveling from tour stop to tour stop for 30 weeks of the year, pretty much until we were in kindergarten, first, second grade. And we got to eat, sleep, and breathe the professional bowler story. You got so into it, and you wanted to be a part of it, and you were like, man, I want to do that one day. And well, on top of it, we had arguably one of the greatest ambassadors of the sport, as our father. We got to watch how he impacted people, how people responded to just meeting him and getting to shake his hand and get his autograph. People were so excited, and how he interacted with them, and how other competitors and how other people talk about him, and how highly they talk about him and say, oh, Parker's one of the best to do it. He's one of the best to interact. He's one of the nicest humans on the planet. And you hear that and you're like, man, that's the guy I want to be like, because that's how I want to hear people talk about me one day.
You try to show them how to be good people, but the minute they walk out the door, you can only cross your fingers and hope that you have that. And I believe in my heart that we do have that. Absolutely.
When you look at the legacy that my dad has created, he has created this prestige that, you get to shake his hand, you get to meet him, and you fall in love with his personality instantly. And he's got this persona that everybody loves him, right? And he is really, held to a high standard across the board. And, when I look at this tournament and his name is on it, that high standard also comes into play at this event.
So the fact when he sat down and talked to us and said, I want to rebrand my channel and I want to come into the new, instead of Justin Bohn YouTube, I want to have the Bohn Legacy. You know what? That encompasses the entire family. Not just him, not just me. And I've always told him, I'm in your court, I'll do whatever you want me to do, I'm dad.
We want to take the legacy that has been created from this event and our family to a larger community, right? And expand to the whole bowling community and let the whole bowling community feel the impact that the legacy that Parker and Leslie have created, mom and dad have created across the entire world.